Hey there, I'm Alana from Win Win.
And I'm Jess from Win Win.
And can you believe it's almost March? We're almost a quarter of the way through 2023. So look, we are getting a ton of emails and calls and messages from you guys. And let's talk about how you can actually be a quitter in 2023. Now, don't take that the wrong way. We're just talking about bad habits that you should actually contemplate quitting so that you can actually achieve the job of your dreams. Hey, Jess, how many people have we got coming through at the moment who are just like, what should I do about this?
So many people that have kind of the New Year's hit and they're still in their same shitty job that they don't want to be in, or they still haven't hit those goals. And you just need to quit the bad attitudes and the bad habits. Like 2023, get in there and take it.
Yeah, 100%. So in this video, we're going to be talking about things that you can quit to actually help you to achieve what you want. So, right, number one on the list is quit doing the same thing and expecting a different result. A key example of this is all the time we get candidates come to us. They're like, I've sent my resume out 100, 200, 300 times. The question for me is, after the 20th or the 50th time, don't you do a bit of an analysis to go, where am I going wrong here? Am I applying for the wrong jobs? Am I in Queensland and I'm applying for jobs in Muswellbrook? Is my resume just not applicant tracking system compliant? What is going on here? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result, yet so many people keep doing it. Do you fall into this category? Are you sending your resume out? Are you applying for the same job and you just keep getting knocked back? When do you reach the point where you say, okay, I need to reassess what I'm doing. I need to have a look at my resume. Is it compliant? Or if you don't know anything about resumes, get somebody else to do it like us. We can definitely, in 5 seconds, probably about 2 seconds actually, have a look at a resume and say, this is where the issue is and this is how you can rectify it. Anything to add on that one, Jess? It's a bit frustrating.
We see a lot of, and I've had 2 or 3 people in the last week, is do you actually meet the minimum requirements of the job? Because you can send out your resume, even if it's an amazing resume like we do. If you don't meet that minimum requirement, you're not going to get any further and you're just going to be banging your head against a brick wall and feeling pretty crap because you're not getting any responses back. So just really double check, read those job ads thoroughly, and just, stop doing the same dumb things over and over. Let's make a change.
Yeah, definitely. And that's a key point. Read the bloody job ad. If it says the point of hire is in 80 kilometers from Singleton because it is a residential dump truck traineeship, yet you are in Tasmania and you're applying for that job, immediately you're going to get knocked back for that job because you don't meet the minimum criteria. So again, comes down to, don't stop banging your own head against the wall, right? If after you've sent that resume out 20 times, reassess, 1, where you're sending it, 2, if you meet the minimum criteria. It's really that simple.
Yeah, it is.
All right, Jess.
Our next point.
Yeah, sorry.
Quit copying what someone else is doing. Don't be a copycat. Be yourself. There's more to mining than dump truck traineeships. There is more. I know you hear about it on the news and everyone on social media and all the mining groups, and everyone's wanting a traineeship or has got a traineeship. There is so much more and so many much more awesome jobs, and that you may be more suited to. We can help you if you don't have qualifications or experience. We can help you get an entry-level dump truck traineeship, but actually do some research. Go and watch our videos. We've got all these day in a life of videos. You can see what other jobs actually entail. There might be you might want to be a driller's offsider. You might want to do something else. You might want to be a field tech. You might want to do something else. So really actually do some research into what jobs are available, what your skills would be suited to, and what you would actually enjoy, because not everyone is going to love sitting in a dump truck for 12 hours a day.
Definitely. And that's a key thing. And you've got to realize, right, people, when an advertisement for a dump truck traineeship goes out, there are literally thousands of applicants within a couple of hours. So, are you right for that job? Do you want to sit on your ass for, pardon my French, for 12 hours a day, going 60 Ks an hour up and down? You know what I mean? Is that suited to you? Or what suits your personality? Do you need some mental stimulation that you can get in an administrator role? What skills and experience are relevant to the job that you potentially want? And if you don't know what jobs are out there, research. Again, like what Jess said, go into we've got a whole series series where candidates are actually going to do job reviews. So why not go and check that out and hear from the horse's mouth different jobs that might be more applicable to your personality, your experiences, and your qualifications, which would make it closing that gap so you can get the job way, way easier. So yeah, that's what I've got to say for that one. The next one is quit procrastinating on whether you should make a change or not. We have so many people come to us and throw every excuse under the sun why they can't do or make that career change. Oh, I'm too old. I can't pass the medical. I can't do this. I'm like, apprehensive about potentially going out and like, making this career change. Well, quite frankly, if you've been thinking about it enough to engage a company like ours, which basically almost has a 100% strike rate of getting people what they want, if you're coming to us and you're still sitting on the fence as to whether you're deserving of that job, quite frankly, you need to look inside yourself, people, and like actually believe in yourself. You've come to us, you're taking those steps, and whatever the mind can believe and conceive, it can achieve, in the words of Napoleon Hill. So just basically, if you want it, go get it. Like a couple of weeks ago, a lady came to me, just to put things into perspective. She was umming and ahhing, oh, I'm 50 years old. I don't know whether I can make a career change. Of course you can, right? But she kept getting like knocked back for utility roles. And then she was like earning 56 grand a year in a retail role, right? So she was umming and ahhing, oh, can I do it? Blah, blah, blah. Can I pass the medical? Blah, blah, blah. With our help, basically, we showed her exactly what she needed to do to pass that medical. We helped her fix up her resume. And within a couple of weeks, she went from $56,000 a year to a $75,000 entry-level mining role. Like, quite frankly, that's 20 grand. And if you put it in perspective as well, she didn't just get that $20,000 pay rise, but the amount of money that she was saving, including not having to pay for fuel and food for 2 weeks at a time, 2 weeks out of 3, and electricity and wear and tear in her car and all that sort of stuff. She was actually probably she'd just gone instantly in 2 weeks from 56 grand to potentially in the 80s. So that, like, total amount saved. So, quit procrastinating. If you've been thinking about making a career change for a while, quite frankly, you deserve it. And, it's easy enough to do. You just need to follow the right steps. If you don't know what those are, get in contact with us and basically we'll push you off the ledge, right? We'll push you into that deep end, into the job that you actually want and you truly deep down believe that you deserve. Anything to add on that, Jess?
I think another thing that people don't appreciate is they say, oh, I'm not getting paid that well. My hourly rate's not that great. It's only because I'm working such a long swing that I'm getting all this money. Yeah, that's right. You are getting paid for the time you work, but you're also getting a week or 2 weeks off. Like, I think that people really don't appreciate how awesome that is. Like, you can go on, you take a week's leave, you get 2 weeks. Like, you have all this time that you can actually live your life and, not have to work and do the things that you want to do. The work-life balance can be so awesome, and the money is good. It's good money for only working a half or 2/3 of the time. It's great money. So yeah, I think stop procrastinating. If you're going to do it, get out there, do it. We can obviously help you if you're having issues and trying to figure out how you should start or how to take that step, but definitely stop procrastinating. Like, if you're not going to do it now, when are you going to do it?
Exactly. You're going to wait till you're 60 and then live with all these regrets saying, why didn't I do it 10 years ago? And just think as well, I always just keep saying to people, it's not like what you just said. It's not the money that you make necessarily, although you can go out there. The sky is it's completely unlimited as to how much money that you can make, but it's how much money that you're saving as well. So yeah, utility roles, they're not going to set the world on fire paying you like, $150,000 a year, but that's one step closer to you getting a different job within the mining industry that will be paying you that $150 per year. So yeah, just again, like we always talk about, don't discount utility roles. They're the quickest way to get your foot in the door besides the driller's offsider role if you have no relevant experience or qualifications. So do it. Don't procrastinate. Do it first and then wonder if you can do it after you've done it. How about that?
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Sweet.
Okay. The next thing is you're not investing in yourself or your worth. And if you've seen our YouTube channel, again, we're always banging on about it because it's amazing. There's on there, but if you don't need to spend a lot of money on qualifications or tickets, but if you are trying to upskill and get into an industry, like a lot of people now want to be a Moxie driver, but you can't do that unskilled. So you do need that education, that qualifications, those tickets. So do invest. It doesn't have to be all of them at once. You don't have to go out and do a dump truck ticket and a this ticket and a that ticket. You don't need to do that. Get yourself into a FIFO role entry level, whether it's a utility or an offsite or something else, and then do a ticket every couple of months, and or get your HR license. Do those things that are building you towards that goal. If you want a laboratory job, get some experience in that, get a qualification in that. So definitely do invest in your worth and in yourself, because it is going to help you in the long run, and it's awesome skills to have for getting a job. Get some civil experience if you can't get in, you can't get that one job you want in the mining industry. Well, then look at some civil work and get in there, because that experience it's amazing. It's worth its weight in gold having that experience before you go on site.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Hey, and like one of the videos that I did was utilizing a 2-step plan to get where you want. So it's never a case of like, occasionally you might have to go to the side before you take that step forward. But
yeah,
like, if you're in town and your ultimate goal is to operate like excavators, like on the mine site or whatever, consider the potential for you to get a job in town, which is easier to get. And then at least you've got some relevant experience. So the next step is basically you walking into a mining role. So that's definitely, 100%. Hey. Next one is quit putting your mental health, your family, and your relationships to the back of your priorities list. Like seriously, FIFO is amazing, right? But I just hate it when I hear like people who are out on site and like I'm going through a relationship breakup, blah blah blah, because I'm having all these massive issues with my partner because basically you're putting money over them. Yeah, I understand, like everyone's got to live their life, you got to pay your bills and whatever, and FIFO might be the method in which you're utilizing so that you can have that financial prosperity and abundance to have a great family life. But if on the same token you're actually putting your relationships or your mental health at risk, then is it really worth it, right? FIFO is not for everyone. Like 100% down the line, some people go out there, they hate it straight off the mark. It's hot, there's flies, you're away from your loved ones, the food can be questionable sometimes, and look, there are a lot of things that might not go wrong. But if you find yourself every single swing you're getting on that plane, you're like having that feeling of a complete and utter dread of like, I can't do this, I don't want to be away from my partner, my dog, my kids, whatever. And if it's putting your partner or your kids' life affecting their mental health as well, really, like, come on, where do you draw that line to say, am I going to give up my family and my marriage, or am I going to actually just for this job, or am I going to work out what are my priorities in life? So mental health is so important. If you are out on site, you're having issues, employee assistance programs, every single company has one. Make that phone call, like have a chat to somebody and prioritize, and even do a pros and cons list of everything. If you're contemplating, or if you've got a constant feeling in your mind of, is this job right for me? Oh, it's like, messing up my whole relationship. Do a pros and cons list and work out which one is actually, it's quite clear when you write it down on paper as to, should I be doing this? Let's see, the con is I'm about to get divorced to the love of my life. I'm about to lose my kids and have to pay a shit ton of alimony. Is that even a word over here? I don't know. So anyway, like whatever. Probably been watching too much like US shows or whatever. Anyway, have a look and see, like, pros and cons list for everything. That's what I stand by. So yeah, anything to add on that, Jess?
Yeah, just FIFO is not for everybody, and you if you can put an end date on it and say, right, okay, I'm going to do it for 6 more months, and then and that works for your family, like, so yeah, it's not for everybody. And if you are struggling, or your family, your relationships are breaking down, it's not working for you, then definitely no money in the world is worth losing your family over. So yeah, definitely like reassess and figure out whether it's right for you. You could get an awesome job in Perth or in the city, wherever you live. You could get a residential role, maybe where you could relocate with your family, or maybe you live in a mining town, but I think nothing is worth that. So definitely quit putting that second, always put that first.
Definitely, 100%. And just remember, where there's a will and there's a will, there's a way, and there's always a way. So if you're willing to let your relationship go down the toilet, then quite frankly, you didn't try hard enough. Like, shit happens, and like relationships do break up, but it doesn't really always have to be like that. So that's what
No.
Yeah. And that actually brings us to the last point, Jess, which is quit thinking that FIFO is the be all and end all.
Yeah, quit thinking it's the be all and end all. It can be amazing. You can make amazing money. You can make amazing friends. You can have an awesome time, but it's not everything in the world. Like, you don't want to be that crusty guy at the wedding every night telling the same stories, whose wife's left him and his kids don't talk to him because all he does is go to work and do a 2-in-1 for 30 years. Like, you don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, 100%. And with that as well, you know, FIFO is amazing, right? The reason why you're watching this right now, you at home, is because this business here was created from me working FIFO and doing this on the side, and then it completely overtook my whole life. So pretty much this was my side hustle that's now turned into a very successful business. So everyone has something amazing that they can do. Everyone has their own skill or their hobby or whatever that you can turn into a flourishing business or your side hustle. So do that, because you know, unless, I mean, sure, you could be a career FIFOer, right? And just like basically 30, 40 years down the track, you're still there. But like, go to the wedding tonight. This is your mission. Go to the wedding, have a look at the guy who's sitting there, who's been there for 20 years, and like go and listen to the exact same story. I guarantee you his whole crew, as soon as he starts talking, will know it word for word, his story. So do you want to be that person? Well, if you do, great, go for it. You're on the right track. Jess, anything to add on that?
Just, yeah, always kind of keep something fresh and good and exciting in your life that's not work. If you're FIFO, whether you've got a family or not, whether you're single, whatever you're doing, keep something for you. Have that little side hustle going, or have your business, like have something else happening for you that's not FIFO, because yeah, you might not want to do it forever, and yeah, you don't want to be that guy.
Definitely not. Definitely not. So anyway, look, thanks for watching. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you have, hit that subscribe button, like in the comment section below, shoot us a comment on what you need help with within the mining or recruitment industries. We'd love to help you as well. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.